what about the challenges CISOs face when communicating the value of the value of the cybersecurity investment into the board and the business?
Okay, so this is a good question. So I'm going to answer this on behalf of CISOs rather than specifically at my company. As I've said, I've worked in a range of different companies, and this one is a bit different. So as I mentioned right up in the beginning, you've got two types of people in cyber: those who choose it and those who it chooses. And when you're coming from the background of those who have chosen cybersecurity, they're usually a bit more technical and not necessarily too into building relationships or into figuring out these types of things. That's not what excites them. Figuring out the depths of the business and how they run is a bit more difficult. The problem with that is you need to be able to communicate in business speak what you need from a technical point of view. And nobody likes FUD. So the fear, uncertainty situation, you don't want that. You want to have clear facts and figures and things to back up what it is that you need. So from what I do and how I like to do it is to try and actually tie that back to real money. So for example, if we've got a customer or an opportunity to make 50 million, but they're asking for a specific security questionnaire, they're asking to answer some questions, I can say, hey, hold on. If we are not doing these security items, if we don't have this particular technology in place, if we're not doing X, Y, and Z, we're going to lose this deal. So I can tie that real cost of what we're applying to on a daily basis and the resource it takes to maintain it to specific customers that are asking for it. And that really does help from that perspective. Another thing that I would say here is super important is to make sure that you're building relationships. That trust and the ability to have those conversations with the board at any given time and not to feel afraid to talk to them is so important, because when you do speak to them, they're going to understand your language, they're going to understand how you communicate, and that will help your process on trying to get those investments that you're looking for. So I know it's not quite 100% answering the question, but it is a little how-to guide of stuff that I've learned over the last 15, 20 years on how to get those value adds in there.